Hi, my name is Joe, and today I'm going to teach y'all how to make a gourmet grilled cheese. I know, that sounds so crazy. What even is a gourmet grilled cheese? But I'm going to show you. It's going to be amazing. You'll love it, maybe, hopefully. I hope so. I love it. But yeah, let's get to it. So we're going to start with our ingredients. So for this recipe, we're going to need a few things. Of course, we need cheese. I'm going with Colby Jack and a white mild cheddar, but honestly, you can pick whatever you want. We need butter. We need a few sprigs of rosemary, a few sprigs of thyme, about half an onion, some quality bread. I'm going with brioche, but again, whatever your heart desires. Brown sugar and some mayonnaise. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to prep our rosemary. And so basically all you do is you take your little sprig and you push all the little leaves off like so, like that. And then you just pull the rest off the top. And once you have that done, all you're going to do is you're going to take your knife and you're just going to chop it up into fine little pieces. Alright, now that we have our rosemary chopped up, we're just going to throw it off to the side to our little plate. And then for our thyme, it's pretty much the same principle, but instead, all you have to do is you just pull the leaves off. You don't need to chop it off or anything. And thyme's really nice. It's a really nice herb. You can feel it with your heart. So you just put as much as you want. I like a lot of thyme, so I'm gonna use a lot of thyme. And yeah. All right, so now we've pretty much gotten all of our thyme prepped. So then we can go ahead and move to the onions. Okay, and so now we're gonna do our onion, and we only need half of an onion. A whole onion is gonna be a whole lot of onion. Anyways, so we're gonna dice our onion, and to do that, you're basically gonna cut the onion in half right at the butt right there. And then we're gonna dice it. All right, so now that we have our good old diced onion, a little bit too big, but it's okay. We're just gonna put it in our bowl. And then now we have all of our ingredients prepped. And we can actually get to start making our grilled cheese now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep our onions. So we're gonna take a little skillet, and this is like the same pan we're gonna use for our grilled cheese. And we are gonna be on about medium heat. And then you're gonna take whatever oil you want. I'm using olive oil, and maybe do about a tablespoon. That's a little more, but it's okay. And then take a little bit of butter, also a tablespoon of butter. And we're just gonna let that heat up. And while we're waiting on our butter and olive oil to heat up, we're gonna prep our bread. And so to do that, we're just gonna take our 2 pieces of bread, and we're gonna add some mayonnaise. And the reason why we're using mayonnaise is because it actually has a higher cook point than butter will. So your your grilled cheese is actually gonna turn out a lot crispier. And yeah, so that's cool. So yeah, we're just gonna spread our mayonnaise on. All right, and now we're just gonna wait for our butter and oil to heat up in our pan. Okay, so now that our pan is heated up, we're gonna add all of our onion. And we're gonna let that cook up, and we're actually gonna add all of our thyme to it as well. So yeah. And now this is gonna take a while to cook because we are caramelizing the onions. So I would say about 10-ish minutes, since we are cooking it on a bit of a higher heat than normal. But yeah, you're just gonna keep cooking it until the onions are browned. And we'll come back when that's done. All right, so now our onions are browned, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna add half of our rosemary that we've cut up. And we're also gonna add our sugar. And we're gonna give that a good stir. And then give it about a minute or two, and then you should be good to go on it. So we'll be right back with that. All right, and now our onions are looking good to go. So we're gonna put them in a little separate bowl. All right, so now we're gonna add more butter to the pan. And we're going to turn it down a bit in temperature to maybe medium low. And then we're going to take our 2 pieces of bread. We're going to put them mayonnaise side down. And then you're going to take your 2 cheeses. So our first cheese, which is going to be my Colby Jack, I'm going to put on one side of the bread, like that. And then I'm gonna take my mild cheddar and I'm gonna throw that on the other side. All right. We're just gonna let that cook up for a few minutes. All right, so here's a tip. If you notice that it's taking a bit long for your cheese to actually melt, you could actually take a lid and just pop it right on top. And that'll trap all the heat in and, make the cheese melt faster. There you go. Okay, so now we're gonna check on our grilled cheese. Everything's looking all nice and melty. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take some of our onion mixture and we're just gonna slap it dab in the middle. Or I guess all of our onion mixture. All right, then we're gonna give it a nice little flip, like so, like that. And then here's the last bit. We're gonna add the rest of our butter and the rest of our rosemary. Mix it up a little bit, and then lift our sandwich up so we can get it right under it. Alright, give it a few seconds. And then we're gonna give it a flip. Just so we can get like a nice rosemary outside to it too. Alright, and I think we are good to go. So let's take this bad boy off. All right, and there we go. There is our gourmet grilled cheese. All right, and now for the best part. Maybe a little grilled cheese ASMR. There's our gourmet grilled cheese. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching this little tutorial. I hope y'all give this grilled cheese a try. Honestly, it's so good and worth it. But yeah, see you next time. I have a grilled cheese to go eat now.
Grilled cheese. I hope you're ready, 'cause we got a date. I just can't wait to get home and put you on my plate. Grilled cheese.